Everybody, it is Matt and Dyan. Welcome back to Ok Aussie. Monday 14th of April, 5:52 p.m. Thank you for touching base. Thank you for being here. Dyan is not feeling terribly well. She just had some ondansetron 1 minute ago, 4 milligrams. I've also given her some medicinal CBD, THC already. She has been struggling with her bowels all day. Yeah, well, you've been very dehydrated and you're trying to get some fluids into you, aren't you? Yeah. Gastroparesis, hey? Sucky. Just going to put a pulse oximeter on you. Dyan's been running fevers today. How hot were you this morning even? Do you remember? 37.7. 37.7, that's pretty warm.
I feel warm now.
I'll check your temperature for you. You want to get better? Of course you do. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh.
Why is that feeling sensitive to you?
My veins.
Your veins are popping at the moment. Okay. Those new to the channel, Dyan has a chromosomal disorder that affects pretty much every part of her body. 22q, 11.2 Deletion Syndrome. Okay, so only 37.1, so it's gone down from earlier this morning. Luckily the Panadol's helped in that regards, which is a good thing, but still high for what you normally are. Room temperature is 25.3. A little bit cooler. You won't make it too cold so we don't shiver.
I feel sick.
You're running very sick the other night, aren't you? Sick bag beside you. Channel is just located here. Doing all that well. Have you noticed any absent seizures today?
I think so.
We had the SAMI 3 seizure camera in front of Dyan watching all the time. I haven't noticed any. You're feeling cold now, eh? Dyan's starting dystonia in the face at the moment with the jaw thrusting, oromandibular, which is the lower jaw fibrillations and movements. Blepharism is an irregularity in the eyebrows. First of the twitches, it's currently 5:56. It's 22 degrees outside. Nasal cleaning enough options prepared. blood pressure 104/69. Heart rate is 58. So this is a pre-event. Now remembering her baseline should be about 85/60 for Dyan specifically. So this is slightly elevated. Her back of her bed was elevated as well. So that will increase the blood pressure by 5 or 10 points. She's had her night medications earlier. Double checking. So she's had sodium valproate plus also clonazepam 2 milligrams about an hour ago. So they should have helped to provide balance. Because of the gastroparesis and the way the bowel's been going, and this is over now a 4 to 5 day period of a lot of industrial strength medications for the bowels to try and cleanse them out. It's going to affect the electrolytes, always affects her having seizures. Oxygen stats are good at the moment, 97, heart rate's at 55. Sodium valproate may not be efficient during this phase because of the bowel, so she might not be absorbing. Beautiful.
Got things to do.
You have got things to do, haven't you? Midazolam is prepared in case we need it. Getting into the running legs, it's like an advanced form of restless legs. Quite commonly with the dystonia, generalized dystonia, she'll get those, and that becomes the chorea, chori, Greek word, meaning to dance. It's like a dance sensation on the legs. Now Dyan's right hip was badly subluxed this afternoon. We had to put that back in. She's hypermobile with air loss, down loss. That's part of the condition for 22q. 22q is impacting with a micro deletion on the long arm of the 22nd chromosome. There's 23 pairs of chromosomes. She's missing some, which means she's missing 3 million DNA, 30 to 50 genes, and it affects quite a lot, about 180, 185 clinical symptoms potentially. So she's almost just sculled, let's say about 500, 550 mils of water just prior. Probably won't help the nausea side of things. Ticking and events aren't doing terribly well.
Oh, yeah.
We can give you some additional ondansetron.
Yes, please.
That's what's your leg, I don't want you popping your knee. Subluxations of, let's lift your bum, 125. Good girl. Subluxations of the patella of the knee are very common with 22q and having LS down loss. I don't know why these ondansetron are never easy to open. There's been a bit of previous aspiration today already, just choking on water. Tablet coming in under your tongue, so that's sublingual, so it'll just dissolve underneath the tongue. That's ondansetron, 4 milligrams, 6 p.m. Further blepharism and oromandibular dystonia going on. So we've got some segmented cranial dystonia again. That's quite atypical for the presentations early into the piece. So we're at high seizure risk at the moment now, predominantly too with the way to sleep. I had to wake Dyan this morning. Unfortunately, she was very tired and was resting, but we were expecting tradespeople to be on site. Dyan quite commonly wants to sit up with nausea, but this is also where if she passes out with syncope, she can fall over. So you'll be ready to catch her so she doesn't bang, clunk her head, or fall out of bed. So the tradies were meant to have been here this morning. Typical tradies, they did a no-show. So all the preparations of having to get her up, get her ready for them to be able to appear, and also hold off on certain medications because they're working in the bathroom today. So she couldn't go to the bathroom side of things because of their work. She's had to withhold on certain medications this morning. They didn't show up for 2 hours. So we gave up on him and said, that's it,
Ooh.
time limit done. That big yawn's probably just strained your transmandibular joints on both sides. I'm assuming by the way she's holding her hands on both sides of the jaw. The TMJs are affected during the dystonia. So the tradies were told to bugger off, reschedule, plan again, and think a little bit better for working with people with disability. I couldn't keep her going without the medication that she needed. She needs to do her bowel preps, and she doesn't have a choice. One toilet, she needs to use it. And the toilet's obviously already set up for her disability. It's got support bars on both sides. It's got a stool to elevate her feet. It's got all the medications, all her creams, ointments, wipes and everything. But not fair having to wake her up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually it wasn't 9 o'clock I woke you up. I wake you up at 7:30 to be ready for these people coming in. So
I didn't get to sleep till 12.
no, you didn't get to sleep until just after 12. You're in lots of pain. Lots and lots of pain. Well, the art part was only part of it. You also had a shower yesterday.
That's right.
Remember? You had a shower. You did a thing. That was your shower.
Cried in the shower.
You cried, you were falling over, you were in intense pain having a shower, you were miserable. Orthostatic intolerance, that's the POTS side of things, the postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. That's affected with her blood pressure. That increases very, very high when she gets into the shower environment, the warm water, even with bringing the temperatures down. Her heart rate pings.
I don't even know if I like my hair colour.
Okay. Right, so you did your hair colour. You're not quite sure on whether you're liking it.
I don't really care.
Right, what's the main
I just
thing?
don't know if I like it.
Okay, it's a very big deal, you and your hair.
I'm just going to shave my head.
Okay, so you're going to shave your hair off now. Do you think she should do that? Comments, questions below. It's one of those conversations that we've had over the last couple of decades.
I just wear a bow on my hair.
You can wear a bow, you look beautiful, whatever you do. But trying to manage long hair, trying to do the washing, the conditioning, trying to cut it and shape it, trying to dry it or blow dry it and brush it, takes a lot of energy.
Is being autistic, I've always had the same hair. I don't like change.
You don't
I'm
like change.
still missing my bangs.
Yes, you keep talking about those. You didn't have those since probably 18 years of age. And you're 50.
You took me on with bangs. You can't discriminate now.
I took you on and you're a blonde. You tricked me.
Half blonde, half brown. That's
I'm
not
teasing.
tricky.
I knew you weren't really a blonde.
Highlight.
But you had a gorgeous perm, tight perm back then.
Did I?
Yeah, but that was very much the era, wasn't it, that we were in?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little while ago. It was about 34 years ago when we
But
first
I
met.
had bangs.
Two Autistics meeting.
I
And she did have
bangs.
bangs, literally. Dyan's been quite cognizant, which is great at 6:04. I like that.
I think I'm okay.
Okay, well, we'll pass judgment on that one at the moment. You've got some furrowed brow, so I'm showing you've got some pain indicators
Where?
coming through here. Do you feel pain in your
Oh,
head?
and I feel pain in my bowel.
Okay. Pain responses can set you off, but you've just had some dystonia. Were you aware that you were doing dystonia? In the jaw thrusts and
No.
eyes and jaw? No?
No, I just know that drinking that water made me feel so sick.
Okay, well, I'm hoping the medication I've given you will help the
I
nausea.
shouldn't have done that, but
You were
I
desperate for
forgot the
hydration.
gastroparesis also is affected by heavy water.
It does, just
Heavy
any type of
liquid.
intake, whether it's liquid or a food.
soup.
Small amounts is required, and you forgot. You couldn't regulate, and that's interoception for you understanding your own internal states, your executive functioning, being aware of what you needed. You exceeded your intake requirements in a short space of time. Being autistic doesn't make it
Because
easy.
I forgot to drink today. I didn't drink.
Right.
I'm not drinking enough.
No, so my measure at
I'm
the moment
forgetting.
is using the side jug to see
What
where
if I
things are at.
drop? That's all I've
You
drunk.
have had 2/3 of that today.
That's all I've had all day, and I didn't drink enough yesterday.
You have had 1 cup of tea, and you've had 1 coffee.
I've had 2 cups.
No, 1 cup of tea and 1 coffee today. I have to keep track of what things are going on for her, because Dyan will forget what's going on. I've got the measurements here, I
I'm
can see.
okay.
She says she's okay. I'll hold judgment on that one for a little bit.
I am too, because I don't feel right, but I'm waiting.
Okay, I don't think you're right. Let's not take you up too far, please.
Okay.
Okay. That would Be a better
It's still
idea.
stuck in my lungs.
Good. And I prefer it when you do have your legs out in front rather than in your cross-legged frog position, because if you suddenly go into a seizures with that, you can pop your hip joints very easily or your knee. So it's better to have your legs out.
Starting with a neurophysio.
I have no
I
idea.
like him.
Oh, the nice new neurophysio, that will be in 2 weeks' time.
Cool.
Yep.
He's very nice.
Yep, as a physiotherapist who is a specialist in the neuro space.
I'm going to show him how to do a dance turn.
Okay, that sounds good, and see how well you fall over gracefully with
Well,
ataxia.
If I can get back some abilities through dance.
Yep.
Why not?
Dance is actually a great thing to be able to do, to use it, to actually work on your full body. But we're going to do things in the water first, hydrotherapy, to support your joints, weight bearing. So you can do some water ballet. Yes, warm water. Absolutely, that's very important for your fermentous regulation. That's what we're going to work with.
Do they have those little pools?
Something like a little pool.
Like I used to go to.
Correct. Something along those sort of lines.
When I had my car accident.
Yes, one of those. So not a large public pool, but a dedicated training pool for just doing hydrotherapy.
I did that for my car accident.
Cool. That's what we're going to be finding.
They're good.
To make life a little bit easier. The hydrotherapy is a good thing for Dyan to keep her moving, circulation.
It's good for everybody.
Absolutely. Any exercise, any activity is good, but you have struggled because you're mostly bedbound.
My heart.
Yeah. But we need to do some
balance.
neurophysio work. So they will actually work on cross-body activities, stimulating the brain. I'm not surprised you're hot, full stop.
Feel my back.
Internal temperature is exactly 24 degrees.
Your hands are on.
No, it's just you. You're running a fever a little bit, I think, again. You feel yuck. I'm sorry you feel yuck.
Oh, I just don't know if it's going or if it's going back.
Your temperature's dropping, which is good.
Good.
Yeah, 36.9, so it is going down. Your heart rate is nice and still at 54. Oxygen stats are consistent at 98. But you look so tired.
I couldn't wake up.
It's only 6:10 p.m. and you look like you're about to go fall asleep for the night. Not nice.
I did my painting.
Well, you did a little bit. It wasn't really huge.
It's on the wall.
We'll show them in another video. Definitely. For now, you're just relaxing as we work through this. The thing that set you off today is you didn't get to sleep the normal amount of time. You didn't get a good qualitative, restorative and restive sleep. You were in pain last night trying to get to sleep and you woke up in pain. Tired. You could not wake up. But you had to wake up because you had the tradespeople coming.
Even the coffee didn't work.
Jeez, that's a bad sign when the coffee doesn't work.
Must be the coffee maker.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
I'm just
Meanie.
teasing.
Have you felt any other sort of neuro symptoms today? So you've said you've had no absent seizures. Have you had any headache or migraine?
I've had a lot of spaciness yesterday, today.
A lot of spaciness, I would agree with that.
You agree?
Your stuttering hasn't been as bad today. Yesterday it was, word finding.
It's
Okay, today's a good day.
just in case it's
Okay, don't say it out loud in case your mouth is listening. Good idea. I got
I'm superstitious.
that. You're superstitious, right?
Well, I was forced to by my mother and grandmother.
Right.
They were superstitious. It's Catholic.
Okay.
It's a problem.
So don't walk under any ladders. No
Anyone
black cats.
out there knows the
Don't
Catholic
open the umbrellas
history,
inside the
don't
home.
you? Superstition.
It is very much part of the religion.
Superstition is very much part of it.
That's good. You can see that Dyan's
Is
having
it?
a good cognitive
if I walked
conversation
under a
with
ladder,
historical,
My mum would say,
anecdotal, so
oh,
it's long-term, not just short-term
you
memory,
need to
so she's
do-
doing well.
like this or this. I don't know what the ladder thing is, but I had to do
It's bad
something.
luck. Probably have to throw
And-
some salt over your shoulder, did you?
Yeah, and no, something I did at the dinner table. She goes, throw salt over your left shoulder.
Right.
And I did it, and guess what?
You probably did it over your right shoulder, didn't you?
No, well, no.
You're dyslexic, you don't know
No,
your left
I
and your
thought
right.
about it before I did it.
Okay.
Because if I get it wrong in front of my mother, it's
All hell to
it's-
play out.
It's a Catholic mother.
Yeah,
Say no more.
right.
I'm just saying, I didn't just throw salt
Mm.
through the shaker. They were glass. Very,
Oh,
very pretty.
okay. They were or they are?
I can't remember whether it survived or not.
Okay.
I think it did actually.
You meant to just A little bit of
I
salt.
was meant to just tip the salt, but because she was like, quick, do
You had
it.
dyspraxia, and you
I
just
was
went
so stressed, and my dyspraxia.
and no coordination, and you let fly.
And I was like 16,
Okay.
and I just went. Oh, it would have been the left. So it was, because it was unco for me left.
Uncoordinated.
And
okay,
basically, I threw the whole shaker.
Okay.
I didn't mean to. She goes, no, the salt, not the shaker. And it's like,
Well,
no, but I did understand that.
it's
It
not
was
the
an
understanding.
accident.
Yeah. Your body couldn't quite do the coordination to manage that with dyspraxia.
And everybody laughed at the table.
Oh, that's good. It's a good way to release the stress of a situation. But the problem is they laughed at you, not with you.
I think they thought it was funny with me at that point. I think they kind of liked me at that point.
Okay.
That was in the kind of like me point.
Up and down those peaks and troughs, aren't they?
You know, there was
Good
brief
days and bad
moments
days.
of like, yeah, today I like you.
Okay.
That's what it was like.
No worries. Have you got any other pains of your body at the moment? Anything in your
Everywhere.
chest?
Where have I not got pain? I'm
Okay.
pain in everywhere.
So you got pain in every little part. Why don't we help you with that? Why don't we have some gabapentin? Because you've got a lot of neuralgic pain.
I'd love to get in a hot bath.
Well, why do we do that?
I can't.
I'll control the drainage slowly, and I'll just try and use the
Sorry.
squidgies. And I'll use a bucket. I'll empty the. We're still waiting for the plumbers who are meant to come today to finish the bath so that she can have a bath, not wait
It's
4 to 5 days for a
okay.
shower.
It's being dramatic.
I'm trying to be helpful.
You're trying to be helpful. You know it would have been good.
If I went to Bunnings and got the
No.
parts myself and did it myself,
You
that would have been good.
You could have bought me a kid's paddling pool. We could have put it in the shower.
Right.
And I could have sat in there, lied in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have been in my element.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a rubber ducky collection.
She does. She's got a lot of rubber duckies ready for the bath when the bath finally
But-
gets installed properly,
but-
working.
I need
Yes.
to plug their bum.
Okay, that sounds right.
Because mould gets in
Yes, you shouldn't
there. So I
have the
need to
water.
get
That's the squeaky.
super glue
Right.
or something that sticks to this type of thing.
Okay.
So that no water gets in the duck.
There is a silicone glue, so you might be able to use that.
I've got it.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
I've got a silicone glue.
Okay.
Did you know that, everybody? I bought it from Shein.
So it's flexible.
How does it work? It's just in a
It will
tube.
just be silicone.
Will it?
Yeah, just like the stuff
Well,
that you
anyway,
use.
I've got it.
Okay, cool. Well, maybe
I
that's
got
something
it
you can
from
put on the
Shein.
butts of the ducks, so
All
they
their
don't
butts.
get water. And that is a bad thing. You don't want
Guys,
the water to
if
get
you
in
have
and
children,
get mold.
and even yourself, if you like me and you like bath toys, I have a fish that swims. He's this big.
She does.
Pink.
She has a fish.
It's pink.
Yes.
But I'll just say this. That one doesn't collect mold, but rubber duckies are a mold problem.
Yes.
When my
and-
children were little, I used to soak in water with a bit of bleach the bath toys on a regular basis because it is not hygienic unless you're throwing them out and replacing them to keep them with mold.
That's correct as well.
True story.
True story. Now, because you're so alert,
I've got chest pain, but I'm okay. It's low level.
right, your heart
Is the heart good?
is 63 at the moment, so that's okay for lying down with a
So why
slight
have I got a
incline.
slight chest pain?
Well, it could
Sometimes
be
there's a delay, but
could be a delay
But
in your
I
ribs.
feel like no seizure,
Okay, your dystonia has come and gone.
but I feel foggy, so I feel like, guess what?
I think we got the medications into you just in
No.
time, personally.
I think there'll be a seizure.
Oh God. Still to come later on.
Yes.
Right.
I'm being honest.
That's okay.
I've given up like this positive thinking.
You know your body.
It's coming.
Yes, just like winter is coming.
I'm
they
glad
say in-
for that because I have a new jacket. You wait till you see. I have a
She
bed
has got a new jacket.
jacket that's like
You're
a
excited.
modern version of a shawl,
Right, but it's like a cardigan, really.
but it's the best thing you've ever seen in your life,
Mhm.
or my life. The buttons are different colours. The buttons are this big. They're flowers. It's got Bambi on it. It's
Right.
got Thumper on it. It's pink. It's got clouds on it. It's soft. I'm just, Peter Alexander, I want to meet you and shake your hand.
Hey, he's responded to you on social media in
He
the
has.
past. Peter Alexander.
He likes my stuff that
Thumper.
I show. Always hashtag Peter Alexander. It's quality
Bambi on the back.
stuff. It is good quality.
There's your little
Look,
flower
show the buttons.
shaped buttons.
Wow,
Different colours going down as a cardigan.
It
And
is
you've got clouds on the front.
super soft,
In the back, actually.
super warm, ready for winter.
What's the name of the little
And
skunk?
every
like
morning
Peter the
I'm
Pooh's
gonna
little
wear
friend,
it.
the female skunk.
I'm not sure actually.
She's another character.
This is a cute character, a friendly character who plays in the flowers. It's Bambi's friends.
Okay.
So this is one of Bambi's friends, but I'm sorry, I do not remember her name. But she's cutesy.
So you like this from the
movie.
colour because it's pink, tactile because
And
it's
the
got
flowers.
the clouds,
Look
flowers.
Look at the coloured
feminine.
flowers. And then these are clouds. And then the best bit that I love is not just the Bambi, but the fact that, look at the buttons are not only like ornamental buttons, but they're different colours.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? You're
And
very
then
excited.
Thumper, who's ADHD, has this on it. And Thumper reminds me of me because as a kid I used to say to my mum, Mum, I'm like Thumper because Thumper's always in trouble and doing things and knocking things over
So does
and
Tigger.
making a mess. And she was like, you know, so I don't think she disagreed, but she didn't say much. But yes, this is just, it's everything, guys. And when you are a sick patient in bed, pajamas are everything. Everything. I mean, and when you're autistic and you find something that just, you know, okay, to all you autistics out there, when you go to a shop and you know you need to buy something for winter, or like this is for my winter pajama collection, and you look at something and it just, you know, that it might not be clothing, it might be anything. You look at it and you go, wow, that is a magical thing and I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. That's when I get
Oxygen
really,
starts at 98, heart rate's at 54.
that's when I get really excited and I'm like, if I'm able to buy it, I do. Because those pieces are normally my pieces I keep for 10, 15 or more years. So, and Peter Alexander is quality. His clothes, his PJs last a lifetime. The only PJs I've ever passed on is because I've like outgrown them, as in put on weight and have given them away to other people, or I've lost weight and they're too big and I've had to get new ones. That's it. They never get damaged. They just stay beautiful. Like, it actually took me 10 years to make a pair of Peter Alexander pajamas look worn out. But even from a
You're dedicated
distance,
to the cause.
you wouldn't be able to tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's quality. It's like, what would you call it? I guess dress designer quality
It is
for
stylish.
PJs.
Shaped.
Yes. It's designed for your body.
Okay. Heart rate's at 51 at the moment, just been dropping.
My bowel.
Blood pressure is 101 over 65.
Oh, my bowel is so bad.
So
Oh.
we're very close to the last one. The last
Oh.
reading was 104 over 69. So we've got 101 over 65, heart rate 52.
I'm not empty yet, and the problem is, in the emptying process, I'm going to end up causing a seizure, and this is the pattern. I've told my gastroenterologist
They know
this.
that.
He knows this.
This
But
is
you know
why you're
what?
going in for an urgent colonoscopy and
When you're
endoscopy,
medically
category 1.
When you're medically complex,
This is
to
why
get
you've
anywhere?
got specialist clinical appointments with respiratory, cardiology, infectious disease, dietitian. You're seeing a few different specialists in the
But the
next
Peter
couple of weeks.
Alexander jacket for winter made me happy.
Tell me about your chest pain. Is it still there? Is it
That's
consistent?
gone,
Okay.
but the bowel is just very, very intense.
Okay, I can give you some Enos if you want to try that.
Maybe I might.
I think let's give that a go while you're talking to the
However,
people.
the drinking makes it feel more sick.
I'm
Can
gonna
you
give you a
low level
small
water?
Seizure. Yep.
Alright, so guys, what I do to help the bowel, not only do I use all the bowel medications like laxatives, now this is only for me, so consult with your doctor, but I find if you deal with like ENO, I have gastroparesis as well, so a GI tract paralyzation of everybody's
Dysfunctionality of the GI
different.
tract.
Everyone's different for how paralyzed it is. But I find Enos gets rid of the air pockets to help the movement of the transient
Yep, I'm going to alleviate some
bowel
of the stress and strain.
stuff to come through, because guys, like I know some people might be laughing at this, but if you live with this, and I don't want to end up with a bag, I don't want to end up with a peg, I don't want to end up with a tube.
No, we're just going to keep doing it. Right, take this one out. Here we go. Ready? Stir in.
I'm ready.
Good go. Good job. Bubbles.
It tastes disgusting. And then you need a tissue, because that's that street thing, it goes up your nose and it's really disgusting. That's disgusting. I've lived off Enos since I was a little girl, because gastroparesis, guys, you're born with. You don't develop it. It just gets worse as you get older.
Did you ever have the similar product called Salvital or Salvital?
Rarely.
Right.
Normally it was Enos. What's the difference between
I don't think
Salvatore?
there's much
I
difference.
don't think there's a difference. I think one's an American brand and one's an Australian. Enos, I think it's Australian, or maybe UK, and I think that one is American.
And we have changed to the regular flavour because you don't like the lemon effervescent.
I have been sick since I was born, and I will tell you this, pharmacists of the world, can we please stop flavouring everything lemon? Because it's disgusting. I want bubble gum, I want raspberry, I want strawberry, I want blueberry, I want, what do you call it, chocolate mint. I want nice flavours. The kids' medicines taste good. I remember that, I was a kid. And the kid liquid, I was always on kids' liquid like antibiotics, and I remember giving it to my kids and they never really complained much. It tastes good. Why can't that be for adults? Just saying.
I'm just filling up some of the bedside medications for Dyan while we're sitting waiting to make sure everything
Doing
goes
good.
past.
I have filled up this. So guys, in here, I got this from Reject Shop. I have, for neutropenia, this is wonderful,
Your alcohol wipes.
my alcohol wipes. So they're pure alcohol to sanitize my area, or anything I have to do. To say if I've got a wound or anything, I have to be very, very careful because it'll get infected like that. Then I have, just in case someone surprisingly comes in and I've been too fatigued to be showered in time.
For 4 or 5 days.
Yes,
Not having the
not having
energy.
the bath.
Fatigue is a big part of
Basically-
22q, as well as ME/CFS, the myalgic encephalitis chronic fatigue syndrome component.
I'm trying to get it out.
Have you put too many into your box?
Yeah, I have. I've just filled it up today, that's why. Oral, this is a toothbrush in a little thing. Great for camping too. You put it, it's like a little finger puppet, and you just brush your teeth
Yep.
in bed, and put it back in the packet and dispose of it. I have a little bin next to my bed. All my carers will put it in the rubbish. But yeah, that is wonderful. Like, I get all my stuff in, if you're in Perth, from Surgical Warehouse, all my medical supplies, because I have so many needs because of being multi-systemic problems from head to toe. So yeah, that's how I function.
Well, I'm calling it done. You have not gone into seizure at the moment, which is really good. I think we've got the anti-seizure medications early, so you were very good. You were attuned to yourself to take your night medications
I knew
a
to.
little bit earlier today.
And it was subconscious
That was
too.
really good.
It was actually
Because that was the sodium
subconscious.
valproate and the clonazepam.
Because I was watching, like, oh, we still haven't finished Love on the Spectrum.
That's the season 3 Love on the
I still
Spectrum on
haven't finished
Netflix.
season 3. But anyway, like, I know we did. We did finish it.
I think there was one last episode to go to.
Oh, there was one last. Okay, maybe there's one last. So basically, but now I'm catching up on my other favourite YouTubers, and basically, I felt a bit off. I have all day, and so I've made sure, even my lunch times, I made sure that I took them immediately. And then this afternoon, I just knew, get onto it, don't mess around.
Well,
I'm not in
we
the
know
mood.
that you haven't cleared, and I'm sure if we were to do an X-ray right now, we'd be seeing pockets and gas and everything else. So
I'm very chockers, guys.
So we need to get it out because that's going to be
fun.
toxic and going into your
I've got
bloodstream,
fluid
which is why you've got a
retention.
fever.
Literally, you could
Off
put
and on today.
something onto my skin for 2 seconds and it leaves an indent for an hour.
Well, because the medications that you're taking for your bowel are counterintuitive to your
my
fructionide to get the fluids out. So
Not good for my heart.
you've got to get out and clear the guts first.
And the problem is, guys, like laxatives, which I've been forced to use because gastroparesis and emptying and all that is essential to, I'm like a manual car. The problem is having a heart problem as well. They don't go well together. So
No, it certainly doesn't.
it's a catch-22.
Puts a lot of pressure on the heart.
22Q. It's
Well,
a
guys,
catch-22.
we're going to wrap up this episode here. Thank you for being around, keeping your eyes on Dyan and watching and waiting.
And hey, I didn't have a seizure.
Well, you have some dystonia, and mild version of generalised dystonia storm. That's a small thing, and I'm happy. Hey, that means we got in front of it, but it's
We
the
took
cusp.
the medications on
The absorption is not
time.
working enough. You're not getting enough into it, and
I
you're not
still
getting enough
feel
rest.
sick.
Yeah, you're not well. So, unfortunately, we're on seizure watch for the rest of the night.
But my painting's done
It is, and we'll see and show you that in another video.
in the next video.
We're keeping the pulse oximetry on for the rest of the night, Ness.
No.
Yes, we are. You're a high risk that the alerts are now going to be on, and even overnight, you're going to be wearing the seizure night watch detection device in case your heart stops. Unfortunately, while we're doing this
It's
medication,
very annoying.
I'm a pain in the neck. Thank you very much for watching. Big thumbs up of encouragement to Dyan as she
Thanks,
keeps working through this.
guys.
You have comments, questions, ideas, and suggestions. Leave them
At
below.
least I'm kind of like aware. Like
Yeah,
normally these
it's
videos,
great.
I sometimes like take a sneak peek at the video as I'm editing, and I'm like,
Did that happen? How
that
did that happen?
happened. That happened.
How long did that happen
happened?
for? Yeah,
45 minutes. It
Where did
wasn't
they
it
go?
15 minutes.
you have no
45
time awareness, do you?
It's creepy, guys. It's creepy. If I was to explain what a seizure is like, it's like passing out with muscle pain at the end of it and
Loss of
feeling
awareness.
absolutely like, say, passing out times 1,000. You feel crap.
Right.
Yeah.
Good explanation. Now remember, we're not medical professionals, so we're not giving you information
This
specific
is
to
about
you.
me and
This is about
22Q.
Dyan's journey for
my
entertainment and
journey.
educational purposes only under 22Q
Seek
for
your medical
advocacy
care
and
providers.
awareness, educating about that condition. You need to go and see your primary care physician or a specialist in
We're all
your area.
different.
Conversations online are always welcome, and of course, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the
We're all
notification
different, but
bell.
we're all the same.
We are, and we'll
Like-
see you in another episode
Bye.
real soon. Bye.
See ya.